Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Unhappy Plum here, and the other day I was just scrolling around on my phone when I came across this post. As you could see, it's a little story that was typed out over text. And by the way, this is some heavily female shit, so I guess be prepared for that? I don't know, whatever. Let me just read this shit real quick. A psychologist came to my class and was talking to us. Then he asked a question. He said, "Tell me, would you rather get shot or get heartbroken?" No one was answering. So I did. And I said shot. He asked me why. I said, because getting shot can be healed. He looked at me and said, "Who agrees with her?" No one answered. Then he said, "Then none of you have been heartbroken." Wow, what a beautiful story. That poor girl was the only one in the room to truly get her heart broken. And that psychologist is right too. If you would rather get your heart broken than get shot, then that just means you've never had your heart broken before. Although actually, I don't know, man, well, I just got one question for this psychologist right here. Has he ever been shot before? Because look, it's cute and all to say these things like, oh yeah, I'd rather get shot than get heartbroken. But I don't know, I just get the feeling that if I went up to this dude and stuck a gun in his face and said, "How about now, motherfucker?" he'd be talking a little bit differently. Still though, I get what he means. Heartbreak is a terrible thing for anyone to go through. It fucking sucks. But would you really rather get shot? Cause listen, I've never been shot before either, but that shit looks like it hurts, bro. That shit looks like it hurts a lot. Like I said though, I still do get the point. Especially the part where I was saying how a gunshot wound can be healed whereas heartbreak cannot. Because that is kind of a fact. I know that personally, there are girls who I talked to way back in high school who I still think about every single day. And a lot of the time, it really does get to the point where I simply cannot get them out of my head. The sad reality about heartbreak is that it never can fully be healed. You will never be able to completely erase from your memory the person you were in love with, yo. Like, that's just how it is. So then what exactly should you do about your broken heart? Should you just go through your days being depressed as fuck listening to Juice WRLD all the time? Hell no. Don't do that. Just because heartbreak can't fully be healed doesn't mean that you can't deal with it a little bit and minimize the amount of pain you feel. So how do you deal with heartbreak? Well, I would say that the first step should be figuring out what exactly are you really missing, right? Like, what is it about this one specific girl that causes her not liking me back anymore to inflict so much pain and agony on me? The late great comedian Patrice O'Neal once pondered this question on a radio show.
Like, my man, he was nervous that his wife was gonna leave him, and I go, let me ask you a question. Like, if we really sit down, if my woman left, your woman left, you go, what would you really miss about her? Exactly. Like, what would you miss? It's your own arrogance, our arrogance as men, because they're possessions, and if they leave, it's like, oh, it's like losing your favorite pencil, but it's like,
pencil. He's equating a relationship,
a loving relationship
of years to losing maybe your favorite pencil.
Your favorite
Okay, comparing your significant other to a pencil does sound a little bit extreme, but if you want to get over your heartbreak, this is the mindset you need to have because it makes you realize three very important details about your significant other. That they're temporary, external, and replaceable. Half of all marriages end in divorce. And those are marriages, where both people are fully in love with each other at the start. So you can only imagine the percentage of smaller relationships that end poorly. Whether it's because people lose interest, find someone new, or it just isn't a good fit, it's a simple fact of life that relationships are temporary. So never assume that someone will stick around forever, even if that's your wife. Because as I said, half of all marriages end in divorce, so the numbers are not looking good for you. Another thing you have to understand about relationships is that being in a relationship won't magically make you happy or solve any of your problems. But a lot of people think the opposite, which causes them to become overly attached to their significant other. Then when the relationship eventually ends, they get devastated by it because they lost the one thing that they thought was providing them with happiness. But true happiness can only come from within. It cannot be given to you by an external source like a romantic relationship. Because as I was saying, relationships are not permanent. They come and they go. But you know what doesn't come and go? You. That's right. You will always have yourself. That's why the most important person for you to fall in love with is yourself. Because if you are truly in love with yourself, you won't need to go looking for love from other people. Because you'll already have it inside of you. Also, You gotta stop putting the one person you're in love with up on a pedestal above everybody else. Like, there really is 7 billion people on this planet, and you're stressing about one? Come on now. Come on. Move on. Start talking to new people. If you walk down the street for 5 minutes, I guarantee that you will find at least one girl who's hotter than the one you're crying about. Like, bruh, look around. There are beautiful women everywhere. So stop operating in this mindset that, ooh, that's one girl, she's so special, she's my everything, she's my queen. Cause nah, there is nothing special about that one girl, yo. Like, you just made that all up inside your head. All girls are replaceable. Yes, it is true that you will never find a girl who's exactly the same as the one who broke your heart, but you could find a better girl. Like, really, instead of thinking of getting your heart broken as some sad thing where you're losing a girl, think of it as an opportunity to get an upgrade. Because I'm telling you, there really are plenty of girls out there who are way better than the one you're stressing out over. So go shoot your shot with them. Then when you start getting with these other girls, you will realize that there really was nothing special about that one girl to begin with. The more you think about it, the more it becomes clear that a significant other really is just like a pencil. But not just any pencil. Your favorite pencil, right? Because although a significant other is temporary, external, and replaceable, there still is something special about them. Just like there's something special about your favorite pencil. Now let me ask, how would you react if you lost your favorite pencil? I know that personally, I get way too attached to inanimate objects, so I would be tight. I'd be like, fuck man, no! That was my favorite pencil right there! Fuck! But I wouldn't lose any sleep over it, right? Like, it wouldn't result in any type of trauma or pain. And you better believe that the next day, I'd go out and find a new goddamn pencil to write with. Why not treat getting your heart broken the same exact way? Because at first it should be a little bit sad. I mean, you're losing someone who you really fucking like. So it is okay to be sad about that. But you should still be able to quickly get over it and start looking for someone new. Overall, if you want to get over your heartbreak, you need to do two things. You need to get over it and move the fuck on. That's essentially all I've been saying throughout this video. And it definitely is easier said than done, but that's what you gotta do. So stop being so sad about this one girl, because guess what? She's really not that special. Instead, go out, talk to some new girls, and find a better one than your last, just to flex on her. If you do this, the pain you feel from your broken heart will start to diminish. As I was saying at the start of the video, that doesn't mean you can fully heal your broken heart, but you can get pretty close. Close enough to the point where it's not a huge issue for you anymore. On the other hand, if you just lay around and hope that your heartbreak will go away naturally, it will never go away. Dealing with heartbreak is an active, hands-on process, but it's really not that hard. All you have to do is flip the switch in your brain to tell you that the one girl you like ain't shit. And once you do that, you won't give a single fuck about her anymore. Anyways though, I do hope that you all get over the heartbreak you're feeling, cause it does suck, man. Like, it is some tough shit to go through. So stay strong. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel. It does help me out a lot, so I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope you all have a great day. Peace.